One of the most large-scale atrocity crimes have been committed during the World War II. The world will never forget the horrific stories of the Nazis against the Jews and other minorities. Among other countries which have suffered due to the Holocaust, Poland is a country where the Nazis established the largest concentration of Jews, Roma, and other vulnerable communities living in different European countries. Our friend, Ms. Natalia Sineaeva from Poland, will be joining us now to narrate her country's perspective.
Hello, my name is Natalia and I'm from Poland, from an organization called Never Again. Do you know where Poland is located? It is a country at the center of Europe, bordering Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Belarus, Ukraine, Lithuania and Russia. For centuries, Poland has been home to the largest and the most significant Jewish community in the world. Before World War II, Jews constituted 10% of its population, 3.5 million people. However, as a consequence of the war and the Holocaust, it became one of the most monocultural countries in Europe. The Holocaust was the systematic state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews and other groups by the German Nazi regime and its allies and collaborators during the German occupation. The Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933 and they believed that the Germans belonged to a so-called race that was superior to all other. They claimed that the Jews belonged to a race that was inferior and the threat to so-called German pure racial society. And Germans attempt to delegitimize Jews by dehumanizing, demonizing them. They wanted to destroy entirely the Jewish people, their traditions, their customs, their dignity, their system of values, and the essence of their identity. There were many instances of Jewish resistance during the Holocaust, spiritual, cultural, and armed resistance. And one of the symbols of the resistance of Jews during the Holocaust in Warsaw, the capital of Poland, and post-war memorialization is the memorial to Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. During the war, the Nazis kept Jews in closed ghettos before sending them to death camps, and the uprising happened in April 1943 when Germans wanted to deport the last left Jews to death camp in Treblinka, and it was led by young Jewish people, and almost none of them survived. The place and the monument are symbolically important for Jewish survivors, their descendants, but also for Poles and the whole humanity, in the words of Never Again. Jews had to go through the process of recovering from the trauma of the war and genocide, facing post-war and anti-Jewish violence and many other challenges. And it is our duty to keep the memory of the genocide against Jews and other groups in Europe during World War II, when almost no survivors left, to commemorate the dignity of victims, but also draw lessons to prevent it from happening against other groups.